Hi everyone, welcome to the lecture number 5 of vector integration unit number 2. In this lecture we are going to cover the last part of line integral, Green's theorem and its examples. Okay, using Green's theorem we are going to calculate some special kind of line integrals. The statement of the theorem is: consider a closed curve C enclosing an area A. Let u of x comma y, v of x comma y and their first order partials, that is partial derivatives, del u by del x, del u by del y, del v by del x and del v by del y, be continuous and single valued over the region enclosed by the curve C. Then integral, the circle denotes the C's closed curve. The integral or circle over integral denotes the C is the closed curve. Okay, this is notation used for closed curves. U dx plus v dy equals to double integral over A, where A is the area enclosed by the curve C, of del v by del x minus del u by del y dx dy. So this is what the statement of the Green's theorem is. Whenever you have this type of situation, means once you calculate the value of f bar dot dr bar, if it is in the form of x and y only, it does not contain the third variable z, and your curve is also closed at the same time, then for solving these line integrals you can take help of Green's theorem also. Okay, and if it is possible to integrate this integration with the help of parametric equations of the curve C, which is which the method which we have discussed in previous lecture for solving the line integrals, the same method also you can use, but this is another alternate method to calculate line integrals of this type. Okay, means whichever methods gives you answer quickly, that you can refer. Okay, so this is what the statement of Green's theorem is. Two partial derivatives you calculate, they do their subtraction and calculate the double integral. The methods of double integral we have studied in last semester unit in the course multivariate calculus, where we have studied multiple integrals. In that unit we have studied double integral, so you can evaluate this right hand side double integral using that technique. Now after this we'll discuss the vector form of this theorem. Means this theorem can be stated in vector notation also. The vector form of this theorem is integral over closed curve C f bar dot dr bar. U dx plus v dy is we obtain from f bar dot dr bar only. So here you can replace it by f bar dot dr bar. F bar is a vector, dr bar is also a vector, equal to double integral over A del cross f bar, which is the curl of the vector function f bar, dot k cap ds, where ds has value dx dy, where s is the surface in the xy plane. If it is the surface in the yz plane, it will be dy dz. Okay, means at that time you will have here dy dz instead of dx dy. It can be surface in any two-dimensional plane. Okay, and curl of f bar, the definition we know, when you take the dot product with the vector k cap, as this is the surface in xy plane, we have taken the dot product with k cap. If it is the surface in the yz plane, we'll take the dot product with I cap. If it is the surface in the xz plane, we'll take the dot product with j cap. Okay, so this can be considered as a vector form of a Green's theorem. Okay, which is quite similar to Stokes theorem, which we are going to study in coming lectures. Okay, so this type of integrals again you are going to have in Stokes theorem. Okay, this is the vector form of Green's theorem you can use. For some examples it can be used. Okay, now we'll discuss we'll take the examples on Green's lemma or Green's theorem, and I will give you some problems on Green's lemma also for practice. Okay, so the first example on Green's lemma I have written here: evaluate integral over closed curve C cos y into I cap plus x into 1 minus sin y j cap dot dr bar for a closed curve given by x square plus y square equal to 1 comma z equal to 0, which is the equation of circle in three-dimensional space. It is a circle centered at origin of radius 1 and z equal to 0, means it is in xy plane. Okay, so this is the equation of circle, which is, and circle is a closed curve that we know. Now let us calculate this integration. the consider integral over closed curve C cos y into I cap plus x into 1 minus sin y j cap dot dr bar. This is equal to, after taking dot product, this is equal to cos y dx plus x into 1 minus sin y dy. Okay, now it contains the term of the type u dx plus v dy. Okay, here u equal to cos y, v equal to x into 1 minus sin y. Now we'll calculate the partial derivatives of these two. Now we'll use the for using Green's theorem, we need to calculate del v by del x. Whatever component of dy you have, its derivative we calculate with respect to x. So it will be 1 minus sin y, and the coefficient of dx is cos y. Its derivative with respect to y, with respect to y. So del u by del y will be equal to cos y's derivative minus sin y. Now we have the derivatives. Now we are going to use the Green's lemma. So by Green's lemma we have equal to, by Green's lemma this is equal to double integral over a del v by del x, which we have calculated as 1 minus sin y minus the derivative of cos y minus sin y, and this is in the, this surface is in the, this area is in the xy plane, so dx dy. Now double integral, after simplifying this, minus minus it will become plus, and this will get cancelled with minus sin y. Finally dx dy will remain, okay, over the area. And this is the definition of area. So this is equal to area A. Area A is the area of C. Area of C means the curve, and the curve C is the circle of radius 1. So the radius is 1, so it will be equal to pi r square, and the radius is 1, so pi 1 square. Hence the answer equals to pi, area of C. So this is the final answer of the problem. So this is how you can use Green's theorem, and it gives you answer in quick time. Okay, now another problem. Next problem, this problem you can do at home. A vector field given by this f bar, evaluate line integral f bar dot dr bar, where C is the ellipse x square by a square plus y square by b square equal to 1 comma z equal to 0. Here the closed ellipse is also closed curve like circle. You can evaluate this using Green's theorem, and this formula you will require: area of an ellipse x square by a square plus y square by b square equal to 1. It is given by pi ab, where a is this, p is this. Okay, and answer for this problem is also pi ab. Okay, it is like previous example only. Try to proceed like previous example. Instead of circle we have ellipse here. Okay, don't use parametric transformation, because if you use parametric transformations for x and y, you will get here y parametric transformation like y equal to b sin t. If you put y equal to b sin t, you will get here sin of b sin t, which will be difficult to integrate. Okay, so for this example we have to use Green's theorem only. You cannot solve this using parametric transformation. Now the next problem, third one, evaluate this integral over closed curve C of this f bar, and C is the boundary of the rectangle. Here the closed region is rectangle in 3-dimensional space. 0 to pi, x equal to 0 to pi, y equal to 0 to 1, and z equal to 3. So this is the rectangle parallel to xy plane, because z is not 0, it is passing through z equal to 3 plane. Okay, now let us solve it. The integral over closed curve C f bar dot dr bar will be equal to integral over C closed curve C. F bar is this. If you take dot product, we'll get here sin z dx plus cos x dy plus sin y dz. Given the value of z is 3, right? So dz, its derivative will be 0. So this we can simplify further over C. We are replacing z by 3. So we'll have here sine 3 dx, which is a constant term. Sine 3 is a constant term. Cos x dy, and dz is 0, therefore this term will get removed. Only two term will have u dx v dy, like that term. Now for this we can consider this as u, this as v. So by Green's lemma, by Green's theorem, this is equal to double integral over a del v by del x. It's derivative with respect to x. The coefficient of dy we have to differentiate with respect to x, minus coefficient of x dx we have to differentiate with respect to y. Sine 3 dx dy, double integral over a. Now the derivative of cos x with respect to x is minus sin x. The derivative of sin 3 is a constant, its derivative will be 0. So we will have here only minus sin x dx dy. Now this we have to integrate with respect to x and y. The limits also provided to us in example. The limits of x is 0 to pi and the limits of y is 0 to 1. So let us put that limit. So 0 to 1 limits of y and 0 to pi limits of x. This minus sign outside. Sin x dx dy. Now here we have to use the knowledge of double integral. Both limits are constant. We can, and this function is also, means here variables are separable, so we can separate both integrals. Means we can separate the integral of x and integral of y. That is sin x dx can be written separately into integral of y dy. The limits now you give, the limits of y is 0 to 1, limit of x is 0 to pi. Now evaluate this separately and do their multiplication, you will get your required answer. The integration of sin x is minus cos x, and the limits are what? 0 to pi, and the limit integration of 0 to dy, integration of dy from 0 to 1 will be equal to 1 into 1. Now put upper and lower limit. If you put upper and lower limit, upper limit is pi, so cos pi is minus 1, minus minus will have here plus 1, minus minus plus, cos 0 is also 1, so total will be equal to 2. Final answer is 2. Okay, so this is it from this lecture. Few more examples on Green's theorem will cover in next lecture. Thank you so much.